And viewers, the top focus here at NDTV at this hour is the UGC row, which is exploding day by day. Well, day after Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Stalin wrote to India Bloc Chief Ministers asking them to oppose the United Grants Commission draft rules, Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan has presented a resolution in Assembly to oppose the UGC draft rules. The resolution seeks withdrawal of UGC draft rules. Remember, just yesterday, Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Stalin wrote to Union Minister for Education Dharmendra Pradhan. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Stalin expressed strong opposition to the draft regulations issued by the University Grants Commission, calling for them and for their withdrawal and urging modifications to better suit the needs of states, particularly Tamil Nadu. The Tamil Nadu Legislative Assembly on January 9 also passed a resolution unanimously opposing these draft regulations and urging the union government to withdraw them, including the regulations relating to appointment of vice-chancellors immediately. Stalin's letter detailed multiple concerns, including entrance examinations for undergraduate and postgraduate courses, the multiple entry and multiple exit system, cross-disciplinary teaching appointments, and the appointment of non-academics as vice-chancellors. The last point of the letter has more focus of the Tamil Nadu government. There are protests also happening against the UGC draft rules as the state is demanding centre to withdraw it. My colleague Sam Daniel is with me. Sam, take us through the highlights of Stalin's letter to the opposition ruled state chief ministers and also the union minister.
Well, he's expressing concerns, Aditi, over two components of the UGC's draft regulations, which aims to make drastic changes with respect to one, appointment of vice-chancellors to state universities. Secondly, to have entrance examinations for both undergraduate and postgraduate admissions. Stalin says, while the state government uses its resources, wealth and vision to build and develop universities for quality higher education and social justice, the states being excluded in the exercise of appointment of vice-chancellors, he says, could have far-reaching consequences in terms of removing the autonomy of state universities, number one. Number two, he also says this would vest the centre with so much of powers, undermining the federal structure across India. He says having entrance exams for undergraduate and PG admissions will overburden students, and the exercise of appointing vice-chancellors through UGC nominee, governor's nominee, and with the state having no say at all in that, the state government is worried that it will become irrelevant in that sense while it deploys all its resources to set up these universities. And to cobble more support, he has also written to all the non-BJP ruled states, the opposition ruled states in that sense, asking them to adopt similar resolutions on the floor of their assemblies and to mount pressure on the central government to withdraw this particular move. And as we speak, as you said, Kerala government has presented this kind of a resolution on the floor of the House. And already in Tamil Nadu, there is a tug of war with respect to appointment of vice-chancellors, with the governor insisting inclusion of the UGC nominee in the search committees, which the state government says it's not required because these universities go by their own statutes. And now the Supreme Court is hearing this issue. And the BJP denies these allegations. The larger political point the opposition ruled states are worried is that through governors, the BJP or the central government is trying to control appointment of vice-chancellors and through that to control universities across the country. But the BJP has denied these allegations, saying that it's aimed at improving the quality of education. Lastly, the Tamil Nadu government argues that with respect to NIRF rankings, Tamil Nadu is among the high-performing states with top universities and colleges are from the state in the top 10 or top 25. And they say this should not be disturbed, and in fact the UGC should learn lessons from Tamil Nadu model than attempting to change and causing or leading a collapse of the whole system. They're worried.
Right, Sam, stay with me. We are also being joined by DMK spokesperson Salem Dharanidharan. BJP Vice President of Tamil Nadu, Narayan Tirupati, and Asad Abbas, who's a political analyst. Thank you all for joining us. Mr. Dharmendra, I'll just come to you straightforward. Why is DMK, the Tamil Nadu government, opposing the UGC draft rules?
Hi, very good afternoon. I think anyone who understands democracy and how a country should be run will definitely oppose such a draconian move. This is an outrageous move. Simply because the state governments in Tamil Nadu are funded by taxpayers' money of Tamil Nadu. Right? Though they are autonomous, the funding is from the state government, and Tamil Nadu has done reasonably well. If you look, there are in the top 100 rankings, Tamil Nadu has the highest number of state universities in the top 100 engineering medical rankings, which is done by the union government. And again, who elects the chief minister of Tamil Nadu? The people of Tamil Nadu. People of Tamil Nadu elect the legislators, and the legislators in turn select a chief minister, and chief minister select the council of ministers. So when we decide on how the state university should be run, it is not my party, the DMK, or the Tamil Nadu government. It is indirectly the voice of the people of Tamil Nadu. Now you are tweaking the rules by which you are giving more power to governor. So governor, who is he? He's an appointee. So that means there's a disconnect from the people to who's running these universities on the tax-paying money of people of Tamil Nadu, right? So basically, if you look, the modern parliament came in Britain for the first time because there was an issue with taxation. So basically, the essence of democracy, modern democracy itself, is taxation. So the tax money of people of Tamil Nadu is going to the university, which means the government which the people elected should have a say in running of this university. Otherwise, it's completely travesty to democracy and then federalism. And then I will go further and say, we have always said that entrance exam are antithesis to the concept of merit. Even universities such as Harvard are right now saying we don't want SAT, we want to take through school marks, simply because the research have clearly proved that entrance exam favor the rich and the elites. There is data. There is a book by Mr. Sanders, a Harvard University professor, who says clearly with evidence from 100 years across the world that scores in entrance exam are directly proportional to parental income and parental education.
Point taken.
Admission to an university is already done by how? Through school marks. So why add one more exam?
Okay, Mr. Dharmendra, hold your thoughts. I'll go across to other panelists also. Mr. Asad Abbas, Tamil Nadu Chief Minister has also written to the India bloc CMs, urging them to also unite their voice against this UGC draft, which DMK says it's a draconian law. Do you agree with these sentiments?
Absolutely. When it comes to the India bloc, they stand with this, and there is a reason why. Let us understand that these guidelines are a clear infringement on the rights of state governments, and that will certainly have far-reaching consequences on the autonomy of the universities. Let us understand, with great power, there is great responsibility and equal accountability. Also, we need to understand that if you look at all the state structure, India is a beautiful democracy, but the democracy is the union of states, which in turn a strong federalism structure. Therefore, when it comes to the appointment of the vice chancellors of university, if we are going to centralize the power with the union government, what about the say of the state government? Every India, if you look at every 100 kilometers, there is a change of language. There's a change of caste, culture, tradition, so on and so forth. So let us understand that this beautiful union of states needs to have an equal presence, strength, and opinion-making and decision-making of the respective state governments. For the same reason why, I believe that the DMK Chief Minister, Mr. Stalin, has taken the right step in the right direction, reaching out to Mamata Banerjee, Arvind Kejriwal, Omar Abdullah. He's also reached out to Revant Reddy, Bhagwant Mann, all the respective chief ministers of the India bloc for the same reason. Let us understand it is very crucial that India bloc stands against these forces of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Because to celebrate the federal structure, it is very important to be there. Also, the last point, ma'am, let us understand that there are some brilliant universities, not just in Tamil Nadu, but also in my state of Karnataka. Even if you look at Kerala, many of the Indian states there. So therefore, for these states to come together, to have the right amount of accountability, it is indeed very important. And I believe it is sacrosanct for the betterment of our democracy that we have a structure which alleviates the same. And let us understand, the appointment of the vice chancellors to the respective universities is going to be very, very important. If we are going to leave it in the hands of the union government, this will be absolutely catastrophic. State
Okay.
government must have equal participation in the same, without which this will lead to a downfall of the Indian education system. So therefore, for the states to understand the best of education, state along with the center need to work together to appoint the right vice chancellors
Okay.
for the respective universities.
Okay. Mr. Tirupati, how do you respond to the allegations leveled by the opposition parties? We are seeing Pinarayi Vijayan voicing against this UGC draft. We have Stalin. We have also Mamata Banerjee time and again raising her voice against UGC rules. Why do you think these rules should be implemented?
First of all, I would like to say that these drafts are there for at least another 20-25 days for the the stakeholders and also for the public. Number two is that these oppositions, these kind of things, statements are only politics, nothing more than that. The UGC, which operates throughout the country, wants to give a beautiful and inclusive education throughout the country. And these people doesn't want that because education is a profession in Tamil Nadu. Education is a corrupt system in Tamil Nadu. And Mr. Stalin says one should learn from Tamil Nadu. See, in the last 20-25 years, mostly, at least 80% of the vice chancellors in Tamil Nadu universities are in jail, or either in jail or in bail. That kind of corruption has happened in Tamil Nadu because of political appointments. So in the last 10 years, there has been a very neat selection of vice chancellors, which has not led to any problems, mainly corruption in education. So I'm talking about Tamil Nadu, but throughout this Kerala, or as you mentioned, like West Bengal, the Supreme Court has given so many judgments and also observations as to how this should be run and how the state governments has politicized it. That is what has happened. So there is no point in seeing that this is a state subject and all those things. See, powers are there for the state. They are only running the universities. But when it comes to selection, you need to be more careful. You need to be more competitive. More people are there. And definitely, good people will be there. So what is your problem? What do you want? See, when Salem Dharmendra says that the governor is an appointee, then the VC is also an appointee by the ruling party. That is what they have done. I can tell you how many people are in jail.
Okay.
I can list out.
Okay. I'm sorry, I can't take any more arguments on this. Mr. Dharmendra, thank you so much for joining us. Mr. Tirupati, thank you so much for speaking on it. And Mr. Asad Abbas, thank you for giving us that viewpoint. So the row over UGC continues to escalate, with many opposition ruling states now coming out and voicing their sentiments against the UGC rules.